If you click on this video, it's not by chance, this is God's will. Today, God tells you that His kindness is pouring over you in a big way. Even when you don't want to follow my instructions, I naturally feel compassion and kindness toward you. I am not a grumpy ogre in heaven staring at you with a frown and ready to crush you like a bug. People who think that way completely misunderstand me. Not only when you succeed, but also when you fail, I am your safe place. I put my hand on you and covered both your spirit and your soul. I worry about your mental health, your ability to make decisions, and your emotional health. I will always feel sorry for you and keep directing your attention to the simple yoke and light load. You have asked, Lord, do things have to be this hard? The answer is, no, they don't. When bad things happen in your life, remember that my word says, the path of the transgressor is hard. Make the changes you need to make, and know that you will feel better. According to the Father, the way things are now is because of what you did. If you want a different result, you have to take a different move. Come to the table of negotiations where I am, says God. I'm here. I pay attention. It's not that I don't care about you or that I secretly support your pain. I'm always changing the details of your life so that I can wrap my arms around you and protect you with the cherubim's wings. That's where you'll find comfort and relief from the deep turmoil and frustration that exist in the outside world of human misapprehension. As love, I stand for unwavering kindness. You are not the target of any plans I have for you, even though I am attacking you very badly. Come up to me today and rest your head on my shoulders. Take a seat on my lap, and let your dad calm you down. Since you are my child, I want to hug you today. God is telling you today to weaken the natural man inside you so that the spiritual man, where I live, can take over. It wasn't meant for you to be poor, fall behind, or be a slave. Say no to the flesh's cries, whines, and moans when it comes up against the Spirit and my truth. As I carried my cross to the hill of Golgotha, you must also carry your cross by telling yourself, I must diminish so that He may amplify within me. I am the supreme territorial spirit, says the Father, and there is unclaimed territory within you that you must submit to and conquer for my promise and your destiny to come true in your life. Understand this, says God. You can't win on the outside without submitting your body's wants, your natural self's needs, and your irrational, carnal intellect's objections on the inside. This is what mental growth is all about. A voice from God says, I stand at the door and knock, but many of your entrances are still blocked. You have the power to take the lead and accept it, saying yes to me even when things are hard. Yes, I know that you don't always understand. People's ways are different from mine, but if you choose to believe what I say and keep my promise, you will never be let down. Today, God tells us to accept stupidity in the kingdom. Abraham went into the land of journey without knowing where he was going. He was able to use this method to his advantage, and it can also help you when everything else fails. Please understand this, my peace will take you to places you can't even imagine. Accepting that you don't know what to do and giving up the need for all the answers are necessary to find the calm that goes beyond understanding. The peace I give you will take you to places you can't even imagine. Be ready to give up the need for justifications, explanations, and corrections for everything you do. Rest assured that once you make a firm decision to continue your spiritual journey, I will add to your steps and make sure that even your mistakes lead to good results. Give up judgments, analysis, explanation, and the need to understand. Your mind can only barely grasp the broad strokes of what I plan to do in your future. If you only work together on things you understand, you won't be able to experience the amazing breakthrough I have planned for you. To get what you've never had before and to go where no one has gone before, you have to give up your natural desire to understand why I'm asking for things. A lot of people's lives stay the same because they're afraid to go into the unknown, which is where my glory can help them find meaning and success. Now I'm calling you to go into that unknown world of going beyond. You will not be let down, and you will not fail or stumble because I will be with you every step of the way. God tells you today that He has given you the promise of the Father. You have been permitted above to be adorned with greatness, and from that glory, I meet all of your needs. Make use of the beauty. Move forward toward the beauty. My glory is what makes up my rule, and my kingdom is what my glory looks like. There is complete and total abundance in my land. You were not meant to be lacking, but to have plenty. Life, happiness, complete provision, and an unchangeable presence cannot be taken away or used up in any way. The clothes I'm giving you are made from this. This is what you wear for spiritual reasons. It was this that I showed Peter, James, and John on the Mount of Transfiguration. When Gideon went into battle, I gave him my Spirit. As soon as Saul joined the group of preachers, he changed into a new person filled with my Spirit. The tabernacle of David was set up when David performed for me. The tabernacle of David is not a place to stay for a short time, it is a place to live permanently. David's statement was about more than just a random visit. Be like David and say, I will dwell under the shadow of the Almighty. Today, move from just visiting to staying. This is what your part is. These are the promises that were made 2,000 years ago, those that are being kept now, and those that will be kept in the future. My word, my power, and my glory have come true. They are manifesting and constantly falling on you to raise you in life, change you into my image, and crush all of the enemy's authority and resistance. Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family, and write Amen in comment. God says today, my fear keeps you safe from my anger. Adopting fear of the Lord raises you to my knowledge in a special realm where you are better than every principality and force that is against you. Even though they know and understand it exists, the counsels of the uneducated downplay the reality of my anger. The Father says that He hates evil very much. My anger drove me to go through the pain of the cross, the agony I felt so that I could go from being angry to being completely and unconditionally loved. This is not based on how valuable or successful you are, but on how well the cross works. 2,000 years ago, I let all of my anger out against sin and the terrible results of breaking the law, all for your benefit. Accept my forgiveness and care today, and make sure you fully understand what your share of my kindness is. Within the activities that the cross has carried out for you, only the caring concern of a good father can be seen. There is nothing but darkness outside of those bounds, which are the terms of atonement. Think of yourself as a representative of the land of light, where anyone who wants it can live. Get them to come from the back roads and streets, because this is the time of the wedding and the feast of the great God is ready. The attendants are ready to give me my prizes. Please know that I have appointed you and given you the tools you need. Today is the day you are supposed to do your task. Now is the time for you to do the job I sent you into time and space to do from the realm of unrealized souls, where you lived in the sky before the world was built. God says, I select you today, and in your fidelity, I shall reward you and grant you a seat at my table. Today, God says, just as I have time, so do you. No matter how old you are in real life, your fate is still possible. I made for you a tree of righteousness that is deeply rooted in my love and full of life and strength. People around you look down on the old and admire the young, but I say that your energy is renewed like an eagle's. What do you know? You'll run away. Are you not going to get tired? You will move forward by taking steps, and the work won't make you tired or worn out. You're not building for a limited number of years, you're building for all time, not with temporary materials but with the stability of my spirit and the promises I've made over and over again in your life. Go out into the world and make good use of your time. Take control of time as your helper through the power of the blood of the cross. Know this, if you choose the path that makes me happy and fits with my thoughts and feelings, I will back you in your efforts and go with you as you leave. My good luck is now after you. God watches what you do with your hands and how you move your steps. Do not let bad events in the past make you doubt the truth of my word. Conditions change over time, but my word lasts forever. Allow my words to deeply echo in your heart as you accept them. Make a promise to yourself to be a strong believer in faith instead of a temporary supporter who gives up when things go wrong. This is your chosen season. This is your appointed time. If you submit and make sacrifices for me, you will not be let down. Today, God says that the veil has been torn and that people can now enter the holy place. I want you to feel confident as you come into my presence today. You are no longer limited to just imagining what will happen in the future. I have set a place for you next to me at the table of my essence. Get my stuff today. Enjoy all that Calvary has to offer and eat as much as you can. Withholding or pain doesn't have any spiritual value since the price was paid 2,000 years ago so that you could receive and be happy. Today, I want to lead you from the endless circle of religious work to the benefits of the cross's finished work. At the cross, your trust is the only thing that is needed to have your prayer answered, so accept everything that my Son gave up to offer you today. Accept with joy and without cost, for it makes me happy to give you the land. The Father says that there is a body on earth that takes on my purpose, and I am in charge of it. Take on your part in helping me reach my bigger goals. You are not a random life that you live alone or away from other people. I am the God who creates separation within families, and you have a purpose and a role to play within my family. When people with religious beliefs reject or brush off your ideas, don't get angry or hurt. Do not give up on your journey. I will place you in a society where you will be refined and changed into a vessel of honor instead of shame. You have been called and blessed by me. There is a ministerial part to your life, and now is the time for your fate to come true and for my glory to shine in your area. Put out your hand in faith. Forget about the past. Let go of old things, because what feeds you today will always bring you death. Take the freshly baked bread of my plans for you today, and everything will be okay. Your needs will be met as you take your place among the loyal in my kingdom. Today, God says that the deepest reserves of His Spirit are being released below you. This will bring a flood of His gifts and favor into your life. The enemy has left, so the defensive gates are being opened. The world has kept my people from accessing the wealth and resources that have been building up over time. These resources can now be used to meet all of their needs. What about people who don't believe? What about people whose minds have been taken over by fear? They will see my kindness, but they won't take part because the rush has begun and the flood is coming. For the doubters and people who believe in conspiracies, they only see darkness over the land and deep confusion among the people, which is their fate. For people with strong religious beliefs, they only see the mountains lit up by dawn and my powerful army moving forward to grab the meat from the lion's jaws, including my children from the bear's grasp. Before the video continues, I request you to comment Amen and please help me by doing super thanks. Your support means a lot to us. The Father says that the kingdom is a safe place to be. Fear and worry are not present in love. May the most important things in your life today, love and faith, bring your deepest desires from the unseen world into the visible one. Nearby, there is a place where the plowman is better than the mower and the seeds planted produce a harvest before they even touch the ground. Don't look at the snake at your feet. Instead, think about the sentence I carried out for you, which made those things powerless. God says, observe and grow. Watch and get over it. Look at things through the lens of hope. Tell your eyes to see beyond the situation instead of just the issue. Remember that where you are depends on where you are focusing. Your thoughts provide the building blocks for your future. Are you ready for your life to be filled with fear, horror, conspiracy theories, and widespread lies? Take care of your heart and learn all that my word has to say. Your future will be secure, and you will always reach your seat of blessing. According to God, every prayer you say is heard by my angels. My spirit is fed by the scent of your prayer, which makes the doorposts of my throne room smoke and ring with the expression of my glory working for you. When you say a prayer, my angels take it and put it on the altar of incense in front of my throne as glowing coals. May they always give off a pleasant scent when I'm around. Get rid of the unpleasant smell of doubt and the bitter smell of anger or dissatisfaction from the core of your prayer. May your prayers be full of worship and praise, like the sweet scent of cassia and myrrh, because I love hearing your sincere and persistent prayers. Make sure that no need or wish you express is seen as unimportant or unnecessary when I'm around. The angels that are in charge of your life will gather your words and quickly bring them to my altar, just like they did with Daniel's prayers. They will serve me there, and then I will throw them back into the earth like sparks, where lightning and earthquakes will happen in the spirit as I move heaven and earth to do what you want. I will change the basic workings of the world to respond to the tiniest sign of trust from you, just like I changed the sundial for Hezekiah. Accept the answer and approval of the divine today. Prayer, intercession, and pleading should be done all the time. By doing this, you fulfill the priestly task I gave you as a minister at my altar in glory, and I will reward you. Today, God says that the enemy is being persecuted less and less. No matter what, I will never let someone eat you. The constant stress and trouble will go away, and my peace will wrap around you like a comfortable blanket. They have been trying to put pressure on you, but I think you should face the problem head-on. By putting pressure on it, you will enter a world of justice, peace, and happiness. Do not think of yourself as deprived or deprived of rights. Your right to be here comes from being saved, and your heritage comes from my throne, not from the harsh kindness of people. Ignore them completely and don't pay any attention to them. There is only one thing to think about: do your deeds make me happy? I will make your enemy be at peace with you no matter what he wants when your deeds are good for me. I have set out the feast of my kindness for you. The enemy watches helplessly as you fully engage and deeply drink the new wine of my spirit. This is your time to heal and feel better. Now is your chance to enjoy the wines from my vineyard and remember how generously kind I am in the realm of the living. You will live and not die, and you will tell everyone in the realm of the living about my kindness. Are those tears of yours? Each one is in my bottle and has been marked before it flows in streams down your cheeks. No matter how many tears you shed, I will say a blessing over them, and for every sadness, I will bring you unimaginable joy. God says, my glory spreads over you like a celestial opening, filling every need and problem in your life with light and energy. This is your inheritance from me even now. Today, God says, I recognized you at a time that was planned. This is my answer. Can you accept it now? Do not hide yourself from me, just like I'm not hiding myself from you. I am not a faraway God. I'm right next to you, like your hands and feet. I am standing between you and the enemy's attack, ensuring that your situation will get better and your problem will be solved. Let the words out of your mouth pray. On earth, the enemy's voice may be heard, but yours is heard in heaven, causing angels to bring your prayers to my altar as hot coals. The past is gone for good. Even though they have a long-standing grudge, my love for you determines what will happen next. Even though they show your flaws and sins, I have set them apart as far as the east is from the west because they have nothing to do with my plan for your future. Get over your worries and fears. Replace all of your worries with praise, worship, and a deep trust in my reliability. Don't try to avoid what's coming. Don't believe that doubt and shame exist. Deal with the problem directly, since I'm here and involved. More people back you than are against you. The bad guys stayed up all night making plans and schemes, but their plans against you will not work. They set their trap in vain and fake a happy face because they are sure that you will die. That is not true. Being honest is my promise. A good decision has been made for you by the hand of my protection. The enemy's drawn swords will be pushed back and destroyed, and you will be protected from now on. When you come out of the trial, you will celebrate my love and remember how true I am. Before the video ends, I request you to help me by doing super thanks. Because I don't have house and I have to make my new house.